Okay, let's check out if I can hear myself here, and then we can start the actual live stream. I posted the link into Discord. Okay, let's check out. And that works, so we should be good to go. Let me just bring out the chat in here, and that should be it, I think. Maybe. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I can bring my screen in here, and there we go. Okay, let me bring this one in here. So let's start with the requests, separate requests first. Start with Apple. Apple has been quite impulsive. There was a chance that we ended in here. However, we had this idea of having this as a, well, some kind of channeling motion here. And again, a couple of days back on 30th, well, it's a few days back, 30th of June, we hit this top again on Apple. Now we extended to the 1.382, so of course we need to be moving everything up. But it still has the potential of having this same thing. We have not gone beyond the 1.618 again, which is something that we don't really want to see going past if this indeed is a WXY. If it is something else where this would be a 1-2, some kind of 1-2-1-2 setup, then fine. Then we can just launch off way much higher. At that point again, this would potentially become some kind of 1-2 and then 3, 4, and 5. Again, we are getting closer to the 1.618 here. And again, let's see the arithmetic scale, sorry, the log scale. We are still around the 1.236 on log scale, these smaller time frames. Oh, sorry, the high time frame log scale. And arithmetic, we did almost hit the 1.618. So nothing has really changed overall yet. And there is no divergences formed here on daily time frame at least. On 4 hour, there is no divergence, which still fits into the idea that this could be some kind of three wave. It still fits into the idea that we have a potential ABC here or a WXY of some sort. I know that the idea that having this as the way below is not really the best. We would have to force some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like so, or some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. So that's why I'm not really liking this too much. If I was to long this, I would be, or if I was to trade Apple, I would be still looking for trades down here somewhere from this channel. Again, this channel has held a few times. There's already 3 points on the low side. And then now there's basically 3 points on the higher side. So again, if you have the bias to go up, you would be looking for long setups on this potential channel. Again, not really a good wave structure to be playing with. So that's why I'm not really interested in this overall too much. But yeah, that's Apple at this point. There is a chance that, again, this could be a B wave if we indeed have this as a three-way structure. And again, if we get a 5 wave here, or some kind of 5 wave, probably overall would be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would become that C wave. Of course, for the first 5 wave, if that becomes the true, we could be seeing that on smaller time frames as well. This has nothing, or proven nothing yet, that it would be an impulsive to the downside. Again, there's overlap in quite a few places. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but again, this was kind of fast motion to the upside, yet we came down again, but this looks now again 3 waves. So again, it's not really the prettiest structure overall. So yeah, I'm not really too fond of looking for downside more, although all the market is currently down. But yeah, at this point, I don't see any particular way of looking at this as a short setup. Yeah, there's not really a structure here on smaller time frames, on 1 hour at least. So I don't see anything here at this point for trading was at least. Of course, there is a chance that this could be a wave 4 already in place here, at which point again we would be talking about that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, for that we would need one more high overall to be made. So yeah, we'll see if that happens or not. And then we can talk about the possibility that wave 4 would be in here. But that's again a super high time frame, and we'll see how that is going to be playing out. Microsoft, similar case to Apple, where the original start here looked in very much 3 waves. Similar to Tesla as well, where the structure coming from the lows was in 3. So that's why again I'm still preferring the idea that we have this as some kind of 3. Again, now we have extended very much to basically the max 1.618 here. So WXY. I feel like this probably has to be at the limits at this point. Of course, log scale, we have not hit the 1.61. So maybe this 372 here is the max we can take a look or hold as the maximum because again it's the max for log scale. So maybe we allow that to go up still. This definitely has more impulsive look, this Microsoft, than Apple did here. But again, the next structure over is not something that I really like. You can't really make anything of this as a structure. So we just kind of have to wait until that ends. Again, we are in this very similar channel motion here as well, same as with the Apple we were. So again, watching the potential channel break, retest, and then we could be looking for lower. But again, the way we retest that possibility of that upper channel or lower channel would be interesting. Whether this comes down in 3 and then goes up in 3, maybe there is a chance to get one more leg down, because this would not be impulsive here, the first structure. I would not be expecting a total breakdown here. So overall, you would be looking at smaller time frames here. You could just set an alert on the channel, and when the channel breaks, let's see, we're on log scale and arithmetic scale. There we go. Exiting channel, and then just have it like that. And if we do this, then we get alert, and then we can set another alert here, and then look for the lower prices. But again, that would require the move to be happening. This came down in 3, so again the idea that we would be getting a larger 3 is there, having this as 3 here, move up, and then we could be looking for downwards. Again, that would be creating a larger structure, which I'm not quite sure if I like, to be honest. I don't really like the structure overall here either, so we'll see what is going to be happening. What else did we have? Moderna. So MRNA, I had it, I think, somewhere. Yep. And don't need full count, just mostly last leg down from December. So here. Yeah. This kind of looks bad. Just overall, why? Why does it look bad? Well, we came down in potential 3 here, or were coming down. It could be something else here. This kind of looks very much like a, well, maybe that is a 5. There is overlap here. Maybe this is some kind of expanding diagonal. Let's see. Can't remember this anymore. 1.618. This kind of looks like 5 though. So I don't think wave Y actually ended here. I can't remember when we were looking at this asset. This looks more like a 5, right? I want to be saying that this is a 5 as well. Overlap, so let's see. let's see. So that is larger than the first one. Let's see if this is smaller than the first. It's not. So it's not a traditional expanding diagonal because the fifth here is not larger than third. We could be creating some kind of diagonal in here, but again we would have to be kind of creative here with it. So yeah, not the best, not the best. I think that is one of the reasons why we had it like a ABC, but this fits way better as some kind of 5 wave here, or even into these lows. But overall, regardless of what this is, some kind of move down, I feel like it is large enough that it potentially requires another leg down. Again, we are currently on log scale, so we would be looking for a sideways consolidation, which we still potentially are within. It could be that, however, that we have this as a three-way structure, so we would be looking for this as basically the connecting structure to the structure that is coming down. At this point again, we could be looking for this as some kind of 5 wave with some kind of ending diagonal here. Or let's take a look at a bit closer. This was the end of December, right? Yeah. Let's see. Definitely not the best looking. You could even have a diagonal in here before the breakdown. You could have this as a ABC. And some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 3 up, 3, and then 3. So this has to be a WXY overall. Not quite sure if I kind of feel like we have to be having this as a ABC unless we want to be having this. Because if this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, this would be very large of a wave 4. See the extensions here. It does go well beyond the 1.618 though, so that's interesting. Here we get a very similar to the start of this whole structure here, where you could be labeling some kind of diagonal at the end, into this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have already a divergence here at the lows. And we have divergences from here as well. Not very surprising thing to see because we have this massive drop in price here. Another 21%. 45 from December, oh god. Regular scale, yeah, that was log scale, the extension targets. This does not even hit, it just hits basically the 0.61, that's the minimum for this ABC move here. WXY, Not sure if I like this too much. And we have not hit the 0.618, but we did not hit it here either, so it's not really respecting that too much. But I have some kind of feeling that this would be just the first leg, then we would be cutting down a bit more. I think that would be the best thing to see, or at least extension-wise it would be the best. Time-wise, we have already used this much in time. We have already gone 1-to-1, so we don't need to be wasting more time, but the structure is just not there too much, right? Unless we can figure out that there is a 5-way move here, something like this, and then we would have this as the second structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way we would have the maximum extension of that 5th wave would be coming down into this 1-to-1. This would be the max it can go. If it goes beyond that, then it is not this where we would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because at that point again, this 3rd wave would be the smallest. So this would be your diagonal at that point. Time-wise, this looks better. Structure-wise, I'm not quite sure if I like this. Oh, you could be labeling this as a 1, 2. anything like this is very hard to distinguish what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expanded flat here on the wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divergences here. That would fit it. 5. This would have to be that connecting wave structure. It does look kind of impulsive, but we have taken out the lows here already. So it can't be unless it is part of this move here. At which point either it's not in a diagonal, because again it's expanding or extended structure, where this has taken out the origin of it. So it would be A, B, and C. But that can't happen in a diagonal, or at least it couldn't before. So-called original Elliott wave book, where inside of a diagonal you would only have zigzags, but here you would have a flat structure. So again, yeah, I'm not going to go too detail into that debate. But yeah, those are the two different ones. Either you have this as a diagonal that would be ending here before the 1-to-1, or you would have this whole thing as a 1-2, so I'm going to 3, 4, 5 here, and then you would have a pullback and then sideways towards the 1-to-1. Those are the two scenarios at the moment I could see for Moderna. ARKK, okay. I don't think I've analyzed this in quite a bit, but let's see what has happened here. Okay, the expectation was completely wrong. We're expecting some kind of diagonal here, potentially at the end. But we did get a move up. It is very in 3 waves though. Let's see, what did we go wrong here? How do we end something here? This was the original expectation here. Yeah, we had very wonky looking wave 2 here. The reason why I think I was looking for this as a wave 2 was just how extended this wave 3 here is. 1.618 is tagged here on regular scale or log scale, and well beyond that, almost to the 3.618 on log scale. So yeah, it definitely has characteristics of being a third wave. We have double divergence here as well, like so, and that fits into the idea. And even here we have divergences. So idea that we could have a 5th wave ending here is definitely there. It is definitely there. And let's see if I can, or we can look into it, what it could be. I feel like this, we were thinking about this as being ending diagonal here, some kind of ABC into 4th, and then structure 5th coming down. Now we need to be just figuring out how can we label this into being a diagonal. Because I don't really see this being anything else. It could be that this is ended here, and then we would have this. Let's see on higher time frame, what does that look like? It still does have the low here, so it does not really fit too well. Yeah, there's no divergence here. So again, that would be something that we generally look for in flats. There is a chance, a way to label it in here as the diagonal. 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look too bad. 3 up, 3 down, and 5. Some kind of ABC, or even from here. 3 way down. What about this one here? It does not even reach the 1.6, so that would fit. So this would be here. So you would have A, B, C. And it would have expanded structure here. That way you would be limiting the expectations here though. But that is one way of looking at it. So you have this weird consolidation later on, and you can't really get a impulse wave here, so it has to be some kind of diagonal that you would be putting up. For some reason I can't see the chat here. Or the wave 4 is not done. Yeah, that could be the case as well. The thing is just, yeah, I can see that. That's a good point. The wave 2 was very sideways though. Yeah, this is kind of small in comparison. It has to be some kind of 3 though. Let's see. Yeah, this is well within the reach though for wave 4 still. That's a good point. So wave 4 could be still in place, or still going through. It would fit decently well. Let's see. I wonder how we're going to be labeling this though. So this whole thing, let's think it out as a wave 4. So of course this would be a 3 wave. So continuation for that would be some kind of 3 wave. At that point we don't have to be labeling this or any of this as some kind of 5. So we would, I'm not sure if that is helping anything. Maybe we have an ABC here, 3 ways up, and then ABC down, a WXY. We're close to the 0.618, which is again minimum. So we would have, you have to be kind of creative with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's not invalid, so ABC, like so maybe. And then overall a WXY. That would probably have to be minute. Then this would be minuet. ABC. And then there is divergences here, which is the reason why I was looking for this as potential 5. If this is a 5, there might be, this is so high though. I'm not quite sure if I like it. It goes to the expanded B pocket here. We're on a regular scale. A, B, and then you would be expecting a C wave here. Could we have this as wave 1? What if it is wave 1? What's the extended targets here? I mean, nothing really fits with the 0.236. Let's see the log scale. Nothing really hits. But these are definitely some areas of interesting targets for sure. Why if we do this here? Let's see if we can get the... Yeah, that would be very extreme extension here. So you would be looking for this. There we go. I mean, 0.382 would be the would be one of the targets for wave 4. And that would hit the 2.236. Really on the dot. That's quite interesting. Interesting thing. Divergence here again. We have to be thinking that there is a chance that, what if this is just 3 wave? So this definitely has hit the minimum target here, yeah. A, B, the C wave would be very, very large. I feel like this has the chance of being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like this. Then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be quite large in comparison to this wave 1. I'm not quite sure if I like that, but it's definitely a possibility. Let's leave this open here as a wave 4. So wave 4 would be somewhere in here. Now what was the other possibility? Wave 4 in here and wave 5 in here. And then you would have an ABC. Just use that as for now. And we would be looking for this B wave already. This definitely is way too small. Way too small. Yeah, this limits everything quite a bit. You'd be looking for extensions from here. Somewhere around into the 50s, early 50s. If this was an ABC into here. And then, since we have not even gotten close to the 23.6, let's see on log scale. At that point, we would be getting towards that 236. I think everything has to. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I can make anything out of this. This is the low though here. You could be looking for some kind of setup for this wave 4 not being done if this comes down into towards the golden pocket. Anything else I would not really be interested. Maybe the 0.5. Let's see if I can get some kind of volume profile here. The golden pocket has the point of control as well. If this holds as a support, then you could be looking for that larger bounce up. Do we have anything for this scenario? Not quite sure if I like it. This just limits every time we take a new low, but it's possible. This is definitely something that we had on Bitcoin top from the not the 69k top, but the previous one before the summer. That we had a divergences forming here and here was the Bitcoin top, but or similar situation as that, but just reverse. But it limits the potential. And then we did this, and this would be the Bitcoin top here, basically, but in reverse. Three. There's a possibility that this is a 3 as well. So small though. Yeah, I don't really like this too much. Maybe you could be looking for short setups here. Let's see that locally. The issue with this current setup here is that we have 2 two ideas. First one is that this would be an impulse coming down in some kind of firewall fashion. The issue with this is that it could be part of this move here. If there was no such thing as this large of a move here, and you would think that this would be the start of something, then you would just wait for pullback and then go in for the short. But this is not as easy, because there's multiple things to look at. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's definitely a possibility that this whole thing is done though. So you could be looking for 5 here. And let's see, extension wise, yeah, gone beyond the 1.618. So maybe you'd be looking for this here. Some kind of taking out these lows here. Divergence, look for long setup. Take a hedge here somewhere. Well, see if that hits the 0.5 or 618, and you could be even looking for some confluence here. Okay, we're right at the point of control. We went through the point of control, but maybe this volume node here, right around 0.5, yeah, and then you would be looking for a short hedge here. So long somewhere here, and then a short hedge somewhere in here with a bit wider stop, something like this. Maybe that point you would be looking for the long. If that goes through and it turns out that okay, it failed, and you take out this high, you know that okay, this was a three-way structure here with a continuation to the upside. And the other way of looking at this is that okay, that was the start of something new, and we would be going down if it comes back to the 0.5. Definitely very tough to decipher with this choppy action over the past year for ARK. Can't confirm he will complete. Keep pivot low for the long term. Is it still on the same downtrend? Yeah. More clues if we dig deeper into top 3 to 5 holdings. Yeah, I agree. Definitely not the easiest one. And all these ETFs, again, are based on, again, as you said, on other assets. So again, not really that easy. But it's very interesting that even Elliott waves can work on these. That is interesting already to me. But as all the assets are somewhat linked together, everything just moves together a bit differently though. So that's probably the reason everything is. We can apply at least some kind of Elliott wave structures into them. But yeah, this would be the local thing I would be looking for. First thing, just to take out the lows here. Actually, did I set the alerts wrong? I did. Trash that and get another one here, just below the low. And yeah, I think that would be the only thing I would be looking on ARK, maybe, if there's a way you can short it later on. I think that's all the requests I had. Then I go through the usual ones. So let's start with the NVDA, as we are still going through the stocks. NVDA still on the shorts. Not really sure how and what this is. The original idea was that we had this as a 3. This came up correctively. We did tag into these previous lows here. So we know that, okay, it is not a wave 4 of this. There was a divergence here. So it could be that we have an ABC here, 3 wave here, some kind of 3 wave here. It's very ugly, but we could be getting some kind of a continuation here, like so. I took my first profits here because I had no idea what this is, but I've moved my stop basically to my entry, and I'll just let it see what happens. Don't really care at this point. Again, it's not really pretty, and it's not really well, something that is very very good looking overall. The thing here is that this does not overlap here. Maybe we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the only thing that is something that we would have to keep our stop loss above here. But nothing really new and concrete on NVDA at this point. Netflix. This setup here, decent. Looked for 5 waves, came back, not really too deep. So yeah, did not get tagged in here, and yeah. I'm not quite sure how I want to be labeling this. Maybe this is a diagonal. Kind of ugly one though. Let's actually see which one is larger. So again, actually this even can't be a 5 wave, traditionally. Let's see, yeah, this is regular scale, because this is larger. This is obviously largest. And everything these should be pivoted here. Right, yeah. So we can't have this as the 3rd wave because it's the smallest. Unless there is just something wrong with the charts and the data. Traditionally, we can't have this as a wave 3 because it's the smallest. But what else can we have it as? Let's see. Interesting here is that we took out the high, the liquidity up here, took out the early shorters who had the stop loss up here, and now we are coming down. Is that impulsive though? I'm not quite sure. We are pivoted from 1.236, so there is definitely a chance that we get a continuation. Not quite sure what this is though. Or if we have this as a 1, 2, oh sorry, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that is the only way I can see this as a diagonal. That fits into Elliott wave rules. Okay, and then we have that 3-way structure. Either we have this as the 5th wave that we've been talking about, or this is the start of that 5th wave. Comparing this wave 1 here to that possible 5th is that we don't even hit the 0.6. So again, the idea that this would be a wave 1 is definitely there. It's definitely there. Let's see if we can get... It did tag the 0.618. Oh, sorry, the 0.5 here, right? Okay. There is a long trigger here. Completely missed that though. We would need to get a entry here on a shorter time frame or lower time frame. We do have that divergence here, so there is a chance that we have 5 here. And that would allow us tighter stop here as well. If we get some kind of retracements here, at least to the 38.2, probably here, let's add the alert on 38.2 and see if we can get some kind of 3 here. Look for long setups in here. Maybe at the 0.5 towards here. And then of course, if you're just looking at the risk reward ratios here, from these, you could be going way above here. Minimum amount of time, 23.6 is hit, but there is also a chance that, okay, this would be the first structure that we would be getting, and we get something like that towards the golden pocket. If I was market maker, 618, easy, 3, 3, and then let's see the extension target, probably the lower 618. It goes a bit past, maybe the 786 here. Yeah, that would be fitting it perfectly. So maybe the liquidity above here. Liquidity in here. Liquidity below these lows. Sounds good. We have taken out the liquidity from here as well. So maybe those who have stops below this one would be the next target. But just some ideas. I've got my alert set here for Netflix. For long setup here. Meta. I don't like Meta at all. We went through the golden pocket here, like butter. We are still getting some divergences here on for our time frame. Daily time frame, we still did get another divergence here and even here. So again, the momentum is lowering at least. But again, would I be looking for a short setup? Unless, would I be looking for a short setup at this point? No, not until I can see a clear fire wave to the downside at this point. And at this point, I don't see anything like that. We've been having this very, very decent move here, this whole thing. Oh, we can be squeezing this in here. Let's move that down a bit. There we go. And maybe once we break this channel, if we break it, we can talk about this meta again. But for now, I don't really care. I've missed the move to the upside, and I'm not really interested in on it until I see some kind of weakness. Weakness would be taking out some of these lows here. That would be shifting the market structure as well. That's Meta. Tesla. Again, it made a new high here. We talked about the possibility here. If it comes down in 3, we have a chance of going up again. And that is exactly what it has done. We could be having some kind of 3s and 4s here at the end. Again, we did get some divergences here, here, and now again here. So there is definitely a chance. At this point, let's see actually here. 3. This is the 3rd probably. Did we take out the high? No, we didn't. So there's a chance that this is 3 wave here. Yeah, the 1.236 again fits decently well. Maybe we have some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more high here. I'm still on the long on Tesla. Most of I've taken profits already, so it's not really. It's basically running on fumes, but that's all good. Don't need this anymore, right? But yeah, we are right around the more corrected target still, and we are starting to get divergences. So again, that would be your first clue of getting profits taken. At least first clue. I took my profits here already at the very early on, and then I let my stuff run here, and we got some divergences here as well. So I think I had some profits here as well. But yeah, there's now definitely some kind of well, this could be a 3rd wave already here as well. And then, actually, let's just move that over here so it is more clear. So like this, and this probably is here. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking for 5 here. Divergence, and then down. What would be something that would shift this idea is if we were coming back, if we were coming back to these highs here. So if this is still assumed to be wave 1, it could be that this is a 3-way structure and this wave 4 is yet to be done, and we would be getting something like this, and then we get that 5th. But at this point, I don't really think that this is a fire wave as a start of it. I think I like this being more like a 3-wave here and get one more high here. Whether it is going to be part of 1, 2, A, B, and then C, where this would be A, B, and then C. I'm not quite sure, but both those are still open. Yeah, it could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, but it's yeah. The thing, or the reason why I don't really like the 1, 2, 1, 2 setup is because this is already longer in price. So 1 to 1 was hit. I think in time as well, it was larger. Yeah, clearly larger. But again, it doesn't have to invalidate anything. In time, the second structure is larger, and in price it is larger. So again, it reduces the probabilities of that being a 1-2-1-2, but it's not invalidating anything. Invalidation for it would be here. And again, coming back to that would be around 50% or 45%. So yeah, but regardless, yeah, coming down it would be very large on both scenarios. And at least if we were coming down for the wave 2, that would be massive here. 1-2-1-2. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that. But we'll see. Higher time frame and based on the indices, I still like the idea that we'd be getting this as the secondary structure, some kind of bear rally here before getting a new low here later on, maybe this year or next year. Bitcoin is the next one on the list. I think in bear case it will come down in 3 waves, then back up for another. Yeah, that is also a possibility. Yeah, that would be so horrible for most of people, because that would again make more people get into the market again as they are seeing the buy the dip opportunity. And once we get that last leg up in a year or maybe 2, they would have poured way more money into the market again, and then yeah, we would be getting those new lows. That is definitely a possibility as well. Good call. But yeah, Bitcoin, overall, again, we have quite a few different ideas. ABC, we talked about this. Did not show this on the last video of which I got mentions, but it's still a ABC possibility. This could be the start of, let's get rid of that here, where this would be either ABC, part of a larger W, or something else. We could have this as a X wave and then wave Y, and this, in that scenario, this would become a wave A, B, and C, or A, B, C. However, this is going to be resolving itself. There is still a possibility of having this as that expanded B, as we have not tagged the 1.618, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and then we would be getting A, B, and the C coming back down, and that would give us a bit better time structure towards this idea of this whole ABC, a W, X, Y counts, because again we would be getting closer to the 1-to-1 in time. Proportionately, that would be looking a bit better than the current structure if we were to pivot from here and do this. Both of them, however, are possible, so keep that in mind. The other scenario of being a bear is saying that, okay, well, in shorter time frame, this would be a more of a bullish move. Exactly the same. Either we are creating a connector that is creating a 3, 5, so A, B, C here, or that we have already completed it here. And then this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then overall again we'll see how much this would be extending, and then we would be creating this as an either ABC or a 1, 2, 3. So that's that. Those are the two options I see for this scenario of this being labeled in 5 like so. Does that really matter? Not really. Mega bull case 1, 2, 1, 2. Reasons why I don't really like this is, again, this exactly the same as we had on Tesla. The second structure is larger than the first one. However, it's not larger in time, as you can see here. We go well beyond it, but again, based on time, or based on the structure size, this second structure would be larger, which is again in smaller degree, which is why I don't really like it. But it's still possible. Impossible if we take out this low. At that point, we would be potentially creating a structure like that, and and expanded flats are not that common in wave 2s, which lowers the probability of this even more. So to me, this definitely should not be broken. If we break it, the actual invalidation would be at these lows. But again, we'll see if that even happens. Then there's something like this, a couple of different ideas here. This is the ABC that I was talking about. Get rid of those so we can actually see something. X being done, meaning that we had some kind of 3-wave here. And then we have the local interpretation here. Today I was looking for, or actually took a short here. We had divergences here, bearish divergences, did not play out, and I got stopped somewhere in here before this pump up, which took out the highs here. So there was a swing failure pattern opportunity here. I was looking for this as the wave A, because again, this was very bullish to the highs. I was looking for this as a 1, 2, looking for 3, 4, 5. Again, I did not monitor anything of this because I was out. So the expectation that this was going to be an A wave was in my mind. But again, we did not have that 5th wave in. And this would have been the long trigger somewhere in here for that last C wave. But never played out like this. So I'm not quite sure how I want or how I would like Bitcoin at the moment. The idea that we took out the highs is definitely something that you could have looked for short setup. The next one you would be looking for is this double bottom basically. I think on the spot you have had a swing failure of here at least already. I'm not sure if on futures. So we created a new range high here. Bounced on range value area low, and we'll see if we are going to be getting that rejection here on point of control. We did get a kind of a large reaction to the downside here, so it could be impulsive to the downside. We have hit the 2.618. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 is here, or maybe this is some kind of wave 4 like this, and then we get that last leg. If we were to pivot from here, let's see the targets. 1.618, it would be close to the range low, so maybe that swing failure pattern here would fit that idea. The only way to look for that long is to figure out what this 5-way structure would be part of though, if you were to look for long setups here. And that is a tricky thing to do. Let's get rid of that, and probably this as well. Let's actually see if there was some new daily levels to be made. Yeah, it was. So we created a new daily level up in here. And this was tagged. Well, it was tagged before as well. So I kind of want this low to be made. If this is 5-way, what can it be part of? Maybe it can be part of this. Then that would be 3, 3, maybe 5. Maybe we still have this idea that this could be still within that wave B. And of course, this being wave X is no longer possible. So maybe this would become a wave Y then. This would be something like this. Well, we have some lining up targets, but of course we don't know where this pivots. But this would be the idea here, somewhere in here, and very tight stop loss, somewhere like this, and then the expectation would be massive here. Because at that point again, A here would be in 3, then 3 for that wave B, and as we have taken out the tops of that wave A, market maker would be making money. It would be taking out again the shorters from here who have not taken profits or who have not move their stop loss lower, and they would be taking those out before that last leg downwards and taking out this as well. Again, we have some interesting levels down here. Naked point of control that has not been tagged yet, but we'll see. That would be the ideal setup here. But this is the area I would be looking for. I would be definitely setting alarms here at the range value area. Oh, sorry, range low. And I got also another one below here. Let's see the smaller time frame here, what we can see. Let's label this in as that A, B, and then C, looking for that as minuscule. And then obviously this was the 1, 2, looking for 3. This has come up already, potentially, yeah, to the 38.2, so it doesn't really need more down or more upside. So if you are looking into this setup, this is very low time frame. Don't really like those very low time frame ones. But again, if you were to look for this as a wave 1 of that fifth, you'd be looking for this as wave 2, stop again above here, and then looking for that fifth wave to the downside. That would be the way to play Bitcoin at this point, for me at least. And that's the local time frame analysis, and the possibility here. Let's check out ETH. I have not looked at ETH today. Let's see what can we find. So we had the idea that this could become some kind of diagonal here. I really hate ETH at this point. The way we came up looks much more like a 3. Of course, there was a potential where this was 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, this is very large in that sideways fashion. We do hit the 1-to-1 basically to the tick here for that idea of being fifth. I don't know how to label this in a bullish way, other than some kind of diagonal. So there is definitely a chance that it is fifth wave. I just don't like the look of ETH at the moment. Let's see the higher time frame. What did we have here? We had this move, the bear scenario. Yeah, there was. This definitely was a 3-way move here of some sort. So again, the overall trend is still to the upside. Smaller time frames, however. Let's see the extension. I think the 1.6 minute was tagged here. Yeah, it was. There is a chance that ETH ended its high here, but that does not fit into the Bitcoin idea, because Bitcoin had its high here with a 3-way move. I think this was the high that ETH had its high. Let's see, Friday 30th. No, Friday 23rd. What was that? 23rd. This one. Okay. I see. So there is a chance that this was again 5 ways as well already on Bitcoin. So yeah, that kind of fits then. That kind of fits. How did I not see that? Did I have the Well, WXY or ABC, okay. It does not really overall matter. The only thing that I don't really like about this being a 5 here is the size of this fit. Because generally we want to see 1-to-1 of this, and we did not even hit the 0.6 from it. I think that is the reason why I was looking for here. But it's still possible that this is the case here as an A, and then looking for B and C. It might be that this B wave is not even in, and we do get something like this. And we have some kind of 3 here, some kind of 3 here, and then downwards again to create a ABC. We got a breakdown here, not quite sure I think Oya mentioned this on his short. I think he had a setup here for the short, which hasn't played out definitely. We did hit the 1-to-1 to create a potential ABC here. So even if the wave B is in here, we could have this as a wave 1 too. Let's see the size difference here. It's pretty much the same size here. This does not hit the 0.618, no. So there is a chance that we could be bullish here, where if this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be fitting into the idea that this would be a C wave. How does this fit into the higher time frame though? This would be a 3. This would be a 3 here. And then if we take out this high and don't extend too much, towards these targets. Let's see the extension targets that we would have here. 1-to-1, 1.236. Nothing really matches too well. See the time wise, I feel like when we are kind of far away. 0.618 would be potentially possible. Actually use this one here. Yeah, time wise it's already been used enough. Yeah, I mean it doesn't look too bad. It could be fitting into both ideas that we have on higher time frame, either the bear, which is an ABC here, having this as a ABC, having a continuation to the upside is very possible. Or, well, I don't really see too many bear options here at the moment locally, right? Of course, the local option that we would not be taking, or having not having this as a B wave, but instead this would be a B wave. That is locally very much more bear. But I don't really see this being other than a start of something, right? It would have to be that we have this as an ABC, but again, there is a chance we did not take the 1.6 but it's just weird looking, because that would mean that we have this as a B, or it would have to extend to here, B and C, and it oof, not that good of a look. Let's see on higher time frame, where do we have low? We have a low here on RSI, so I do like the idea that this would be the low here for this move. Way better. But that would again mean that we would be getting continuation to the upside, which is good for the bulls. Let's see if there is some setups here locally what we could be looking for. ETH definitely has this 5-way completed, unlike Bitcoin. Let's see in the small time frame. I mean, yeah, okay, I see it. I see where ETH has its wave 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is actually divergence here, so there is a chance that it is done. Let's see the extension targets. Yeah, this is why it doesn't look too good. 1.32 is only hit on Bitcoin, while on ETH it definitely extended a bit more. Yeah, 2.618 here. This looks very beautiful though. Look at that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That is very, very good looking. I want to be taking a long here though. What if this is a wave 2? We did hit the 1-to-1. What do we have here on small time frame? Yeah, this is again that 3-way structure more. 1-to-1 hits again. That is so annoying. It could be that it is part of a diagonal here that we just haven't seen develop yet. But again, on Bitcoin, we would be expecting one more low. Overall, this idea would be invalidated here. Again, 3.9%. Or if you are looking into that more of a more of a scalp, you would be looking for this low to be holding. Give me just a second. Okay, but yeah, local setup here for sure, and the higher time frame would be this one. But again, would be remaining more bullish. If this is a fire wave, it's very ugly, but there is a chance for it. If we take out this low, we can confirm that, okay, there is a chance for something like this as the connector wave. But overall, I'm still looking for higher. And let's see, on higher time frame, wave 2, this would be, let's just use some color, maybe white. Yeah. This is the retracement for the higher time frame, or the wave B potentially, if this is 3 wave here. I don't really like this because we have taken out the highs here and this came down in 3, so not the best idea. But there is a chance for it. Nothing really fits too well into extension targets except the 1.236. That fits decently well. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And then you would be also the 0.5 and 1.600 actually does fit. This is just so ugly. Generally, you would not really be playing a structure like this, I feel like, because it is so ugly. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Maybe. I don't know about that. This would be kind of risky. But again, maybe just a very small scalp, if anything. Or you would probably, the best thing would be that you would be looking for this to play out. Let's see, did we even take out the high here? We did not. So it would be letting this to create that 3 wave. Because again, this came up in 3. But we had a very similar situation on Bitcoin here previously, which is why I looked for that short here. I thought this was better in 3, but obviously I'm not quite sure. We had a massive move upwards. And that's why I was looking for that wave 4 here as well. But never came. Never came. Yeah, it's a bit odd, these waves. Maybe this would be worth looking into. Because we hit the higher degree extension target here for this. Oh well, that's ETH. Let's move on. Solana. Sol, where is Sol? Am I blind? Yeah. Here we go for our time frame. Again, Solana, one of those alts that did not take out the December 2022 lows, where we have created this potential 3 wave. I'm still in this long. I still don't know what this whole thing is about. Maybe we have some kind of diagonal here. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. It just fits into some kind of a, well, wasn't that? I think it was, how did I pull it last time? Was it in log? No, I can't remember how did I pull it. But it definitely feels like it is in some kind of channel, maybe. Maybe it's expanding diagonal, I don't know. The third wave here, though, can't be here, because this would be the smallest. So third wave has to be here. And then we are still in either that wave 4 here, or wave 4 would be somewhere here, and then up. But Solana is very bullish. Again, you can see here, if we are comparing it to most of the altcoins here, most are on red, and Solana 5% up. Who knows? Who knows what this is doing? Overall, I'm still looking for a partner leg for this one. Overall, regardless of whether it's 5 waves or 3 waves, does not really matter. Maybe this is the start of it. Golden pocket touch here. I think this is log scale, yeah. A bit deeper on arithmetic scale. Actually, did we hit the 1-to-1 here on logs or arithmetic scale? We did, okay. So maybe this is the way to look at it. But we still made a new high. At this point, if I was to label this, maybe the diagonal would be the best. And here, locally, we would be looking for this as a structure to the downside. Then maybe a 3-way structure here, because we have not taken out the highs. Just create a 3-way structure downwards. Either we have that ended here with a truncation and a continuation to the upside, or this has not had a partner and this is a 3-wave here. Looking for that to take out this low here and then a continuation. Let's see, 15 minutes. Nothing really structurally, really something that I like. This looks like a 5 though, divergence. So maybe that idea that we have this as 3 is better than we have a structure like that. Maybe. That shouldn't take out this high though. But this came down in 3 again. Not really a clear thing. And this looks more like a 3, right? Oh well, oh well. Yeah, I'm still not sure of any kind of count. Maybe a 3 here, 3 and then another 3 here, or even a 3 here, where this structure is yet to be completed. We get something like this, and then we get a partner leg here, and then we would be creating W, X, and Y. So at the moment we would be in the middle of this wave Y here. Maybe that's the best, but it's definitely not clear. Let's take a look at ADA. Dump attempt here. Or short attempt here. These are all labelings again still. I was not expecting us to take out this low, so I've not recreated this whole thing. We probably can remove some of these now. This has to be done. If this is still a B wave, if this is still a B wave, we would had to complete everything here. This would have to be a 3 wave here into wave Y. If this is a C wave, I feel like we need to be having one more low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of weird how large this is. 0.5 already tagged. But there is definitely a chance for it as well. So extension wise, this hits way better as a ABC. We did not tag the 1.6 from it here, so again fits better as an ABC. Therefore, the overall idea that this B wave would be a WXY fits better. Higher time frame, as that would be a WXY, you'd be expecting B wave. And as we have taken out the origin here, would be fitting the B wave better. So the expectation here would be a wave C, which is in 5 waves. However, smaller time frames from this pivot on 10th of June, everything looks in 3 waves. Everything is overlapping. So the only way to look at this bullishly is either some kind of diagonal in here, or this would be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and now another 1, 2, which is probably even less probable. So this would be something that I would be expecting first. Maybe this would be the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then wave 2, and then the extension to the upside towards taking out the highs of wave A here. What is this? It should be completely different color. There we go. So at least the 1-to-1, 1.236. So basically this would be the target box. Again, that ranges from 40 cents to 50 cents, which is again massive rise here in price, 25%. But again, that's the target. If this turns into this potential structure like so, and if we get a 3-way pullback, I'm definitely looking for more longs here on ADA. Maybe we can set alert here somewhere around 25.80 for now. But again, this would be at least 1 more week, so I would expect us to have time next week as well to look at ADA again, even without, or during the live stream, even without alerts. But yeah, that's ADA plan for now. Yeah, something like this. Phantom, FTM, A, B, C, D, E, F, F. Am I blind? F. There we go. Phantom, not the best one. Has the potential of having this as an ABC. Did not take out the lows though here, so it's a bit more bullish than some of the other altcoins. I think we have to label this as ABC here. The structure coming from the lows of 10th of June right here. Again, not very bullish. It definitely has more a 3-way look here. Can you label it in 5? Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of easy to label it like that. Multiple divergences here as the price came up. We came down, not really sure. Let's see. This looks like a 3, consolidation 3. So WXY coming down here. Maybe a 3. Why is that? Some random dump here. I don't know what that is. 30th of Friday. Is that when Bitcoin made its high here? 30th? 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock? 7 here? I don't know. What? Is it this one here? 15. Yeah, okay. So Bitcoin dumped here. So it was that dump here for Phantom here. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, this definitely was in 3 waves. That's right, like this. Can't really analyze this too well. The dumps are somewhat always very hard to analyze because there's no structure. It just plummets. Maybe a 3-way structure overall, maybe. Not really much I can talk about that. Some kind of 5-wave coming down, I feel like. There's divergences here. Smaller time frame. Maybe 1 more low, maybe again same with ADA. Oh sorry, ETH, where this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of fits decently well here as well. Yeah. This is the first one that shows us the possibility of having this as an ABC though coming down. But I think the difference between this one is that we're not in really a range bound environment, where within the others we are, and this definitely has the possibility of having this already as a 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, up, and then again. But how would that fit into the idea that this would be 3? Not at all. Maybe, yeah, does not really fit. I think it's 5 or something. But what? I think, it's just weird. Maybe this is 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Let's see on higher time frame. There is divergence here. It might be that this leg is done. How much did we retrace here? Right to the 85.4. And now we did take out the low here, which is Elliott wave wise important. However, liquidity wise, it would be important to take out this low. Not the greatest thing this week here. I feel like we probably should wait. I think this is something like this overall. And I kind of like this best. This middle structure here is just the annoyance here. Because I don't know whether this is something that I should be taking account for or taking into the calculations. Because this could be some kind of ABC otherwise. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so ugly though. So ugly, so ugly. But I kind of want to have the idea that we would be going up still with this. We changed market structure here and on other altcoins as well. Yeah, I kind of like the upside though. But I don't think I see a good looking setup here, unfortunately, at this point. Indices, let's take a look at those next. Go here, into here, and in here. So ES, this is what we drew last time. Thursday, I think you can see that on the last live stream. We were thinking that coming down, up, down, and we did come up and we did come down. So it could be a bit squished thing here, but again, everything we were talking about is coming true. Maybe we are getting some kind of ending diagonal here, or 3s and 4s of this move here. So we would be creating higher highs on price, lower highs on RSI, creating these divergences here. One more high here on price, and one more lower high here on RSI. That would do it. And then I would be thinking that we would be done here. Hopefully, getting towards the 1-to-1 extension of this WXY, 1.236 of thus ABC here, would be definitely a good thing. And there's not really much else here. Nothing really says to me yet that we have shifted any kind of market structure. This would be the ideal area. If we take out that low here, then we could be changing market structure. But again, that does not generally mean anything, because this even could be expanded flat here into wave 4. 5, and then again 4 and 5, and so on, creating larger degrees. But I kind of like the idea that we would be getting at least one more high here to take out again the early shorts. Maybe get one more low here and then up again. But nothing has really changed on ES. Dow Jones has the potential of looking for long setups. We have this bullish divergence here still. You can see here. I don't think we have really retraced too much. Oh, we did get to the 0.5, okay. There is definitely a chance there. And the higher time frame on Dow Jones is very bullish in my opinion. Either we would be getting this is the less bullish option, which would be an ABC, in which we would be at wave 2 of that C wave. So overall we would be getting ABC, where we would be cashing on that 3rd, 4th and 5th here. Or we would be looking for this as a B and C. So instead of this being an A wave, this would be a wave 1, 2, 1, 2. So overall 1, 2, 1, 2 instead of an ABC. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So somewhere in here. And again, targets would be well beyond the all-time highs, and so-called bull run would be back on. Everybody would be cashing back into the market, buying the dips here, buying the dips here, buying the dips here, buying the dips here, buying the dips. Oh no, we're just averaging down. And what if this whole thing is a expanded flat? What if we are getting an expanded flat from here to the down 30%? Of course, this is just saying ifs and buts, but again, I feel like seeing the possibilities in the market is at least making me a bit worried. So yeah, take this with a pinch of salt, of course. These are just some ideas of a random dude on the internet, but you know, there's a chance for this catastrophical move again, similar to this one here, but worse. And again, as this was a potential WXYZ, it didn't even come down that fast. And if we take out the all-time highs, and this is a wave B, you know what is happening? A C wave, which is way more impulsive. Not impulsive, impulsive. It's way more impulsive, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. The amount of news what you'd be getting here on third wave, at least at the ends of that third wave, I don't know what would be happening. Maybe I don't know, who knows what is going to be pulled up into the news section that time. Maybe Russia is going to have a civil war or something, and that would be fitting into the narrative of this. But we don't know. That was kind of close, that narrative already, but it did not happen. I'm not going to go too detail into that.
What's up, yeah. Welcome to the Farts Trial of the Crusader.
I didn't see the comments before. Can Bitcoin be shorted till 29k? I'm not sure where you asked that. Oh, from here. Again, you have to be thinking about the risk to reward ratios. So if you were shorting it here, where would you put your stop loss? Is it up in here? Is it just below these highs? It depends on that. Because this here still provides you a decent risk to reward ratio, right? But you would be needing a smaller time frame, the count to be smaller time frame. But yeah, there's definitely a way to look for short still. Although not my favorite. Why? Is because the structures here, as we never got that wave 4, a clear wave 4 here. Because I was expecting, as we took out these areas where I was having my short stop loss basically here, I was looking for a wave 4 here, but luckily I did not get the chance to enter it because we never got that 5th wave here. So again, getting in on that wave 4 is generally, for me at least, not the best. These would be the areas to look for it. But of course, saying that this would be a 5 wave here, I don't know, kind of far-fetched for me. But yeah, some people managed to catch this for sure. And congrats to them. This was a fast move, very lucrative and very nice for people to have. But sometimes the LEO structures just does not really fit in here, because now, see, we don't have a proper wave 4 structure. I don't know. Dow Jones is intriguing. I do see ABC up. I see some people call 1 2 1 2 1 2. See, yeah. When you see it's like Russell caps out bullish expectation with clear bearish structures. Yeah, I do agree. We can take a look at Russell next. But yeah, this is very, very scary to me. Overall, higher time frame. Again, I don't trade personally the macro picture. But I take the trades that the macro picture has for me inside these structures, right? Now I'm bullish. Once the C wave has turned and created a 5 wave move, I might be turning bearish. Probably more towards the idea that this is finished as a B wave, or that this B wave has not been completed. Depends on how we come down. But yeah, you don't need to be having like your macro perspective to be the only one that you can trade. There's so many different degrees in time that you can be trading on. It does not really matter what your higher time frame view is, or is it even going to be like happening or not. So yeah, that's that. Russell, let's take a look at that, because I've been very out of Russell for quite some time. I don't really like it. The only thing that I saw is that, okay, we came down and nothing really afterwards has happened. We've been in this very sideways range for so long, from June 2022, a year, right? And the only thing that I can see is a potential ABC here. And yeah, that is not something good. Not a good thing at all. And since I've placed my pivot here on June 2022, we have already taken out those lows here on October 2022. So we can't even have this as a 1-2. So the only option is a expanded structure. Well, not really expanded here, but inside here, inside the B wave. But yeah, a flat nonetheless. And the way to get a C wave is again 5 waves. And in here, the only way to get into a 5-wave move is having this as an ABC. And this would be wave 1. Then looking for wave 2, 3, 4, 5. And this would need to be micro, and this should be sub-micro. And again, everything that is drawn in has been playing out very nicely. But is this something that I traded? No, definitely not. I'm not going to be trading this unless I see a good looking structure. And well, you might say that you see a good looking structure here, but I don't. I was expecting a wave 4 here again, but we never got that. So again, I did not get any kind of trigger for my setups. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, regardless of what and how we're going to be creating this last leg up, Russell does not really look too good to me. Again, I don't see any kind of structure that this could be fitting in that is before it. I don't see this. And also because this is a 3-way structure that is going up. What is that? It's a connecting structure, connecting something previously, regardless of you have it like this or just this. What are you expecting? Well, this. Right? So yeah, it's scary. Really scary out there, in my opinion. Smaller companies in Russell 2000 are always going to be the ones that are going to be taking the largest hit. Especially here. We are very close, way much closer on like stuff like Dow Jones towards the all-time highs than we are at the bottom, right? Yeah. NASDAQ was the one that I meant to look at. Very similar idea as to S&P 500. The idea that we would have this as three waves. Depends, of course, are you using log scale or arithmetic scale? We might be closer to the 1.618 here or not. I feel like we might be looking for one more high here, same as with the S&P 500, creating the third, fourth, and fifth here. And on NASDAQ, we might get towards the 1.618 here. The 1.618 here on higher degree for this wave Y would probably be the idea that this would be a 1-2-1-2 instead. If we start to break this properly, then the bullish idea would come true. I'm not sure if I have it here. Is it this one? That was local bull diag. Yeah, well, basically this, where you would have this as a 1-2, 1-2, and you can see how bullish this is. Sorry, this should be sub-minute. Where this would be 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and this would be the outcome. Is this my expectation? No, definitely not. We have issues here that I've stated before on the diagonal at the low start, but you could be, well, you could be just glancing over those, and yeah, just have to bend the rules a bit. Nothing else. But this is still kind of possible. However, is it the likeliest scenario for me? No, definitely not. But this is the closest to a bull market run that I can see. And as everything is linked together, I don't see NASDAQ being the only one that is going to be doing this run. So ES would have to have this thing here into a diagonal as well. And I think one of the, let's see, which one was it? This was the low September, right? Okay, the dates are a bit different, but yeah, S&P had its low here on October 13th. Here, October 4th. Yeah, it's a bit different for all, but you could be labeling something like a WXYZ coming down on all of them. I don't think that is the likeliest scenario, but yeah, there is a way to label that here. Check out DAX. The idea that was that we were having this as wave 4 and 5. It never came back up enough for me to enter a short. But these are, again, the areas that are very crucial. Why? It's because we are getting towards the targets on the extensions targets here, towards the 1-to-1. Actually, it looks like we tagged it today. So at this point, ABC. If we get lower here, or especially 1.618, then we can start to talk about the idea of having this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that would be very scary, because I don't really see this 5 wave, if it is especially this large, being part of anything before it. Could it be part of this move here? This? I mean, it's possible, I guess, but it would be kind of out of place, right? We would have to stop the count up in here, and I have the count stopping in here with very decent looking ABC. This might be a long trigger, but I don't know. I don't really like it. Having, like, I mean, extension wise, you could be having something like that. I don't know how this would be coming up. We could be climbing down correctively, some kind of channel here. But I'm not really sure. Again, the idea here is that on DAX that either wave 2 is done here, or it's again coming later on 2025 or 2024. Because this kind of looks like in 3. This confirms itself that this is an ABC only here, 13.8k. The lows on December 2022. But maybe you get some kind of diagonal here if we want to be mega bearish. Because at that point, see, we have taken out the highs of all-time highs here of DAX. The ones that we had on November 2021. What does that mean, or does that matter? Well, kinda. Because this would be intermediate potential ABC. And if we are creating a C wave after this one, what does that mean? Well, it's 5 waves again. And this being a 3-way is the only way to create a 5-way structure is to create a diagonal. So if we are to be getting some kind of 3-wave up here, potential pivot soon, I would be definitely interested in shorting this. Although again, it would be in 3-3. And the more probable scenario, just along or just inside this, and it doesn't even matter the higher time frame, would be just getting another 3. And that would not even be part of that diagonal. It doesn't matter. So again, this idea would be there. UKX today. Okay, let's take a look at that. I don't have it in here, I don't think. Yeah, I had it. Let's see, did I have it here on my pink list? I had it at some point. UK 100 here. Go. Okay, here. Yeah. Higher time frame counts on UKX. Okay. Yeah, this was. This is kind of different though. Like the dump into March 2020, the high that was created on February 2023. This is a bit different. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how I like the. I think I was actually short on this one at some point. I definitely was, because it was here on my. I think I was looking at the shorts somewhere in here or here. I guess I should have kept that, but I took profit, and I think I've gotten out of that completely. I don't think I'm in that anymore. But yeah, this was definitely a. The idea was that we had a 5-wave that was not part of anything before it. So what is the next plan? Well, just go short somewhere and go against the high. Yeah, and then you just reap the profits, and should have waited, of course. This came down though in 3, in my opinion. Looks best in 3. Third way or C-way targets here. Let's label it like this. Minuet, maybe a sub-minuet here. 3-way. This looks very weird though on RSI. This definitely did not hit any targets here, did it? Oh, it did. Okay, so I mean, it could be like this based on the RSI here. Yeah, it could be. That is so ugly though. That is so ugly. This hit the targets. It does. So there is a chance for that as well. Super ugly as well. No really good two options here. But this does look like an ABC as well here. I think we are close to that 1-to-1 as well here. Same as with DAX. Yeah, we just hit the 1-to-1 here. It looked so pretty. No wonder why. Man, they changed the colors here. I can't figure out what was it. Was it this one? And that looks pretty close. Yeah, okay. WXY. I feel like this might be a bit lower though. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit lower here. The target for wave Y. Into the 1.382. Again, structure wise, we have only completed 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. This would be very interesting if it comes back down here for long setups. Also, what else is there? Liquidity. If we are creating expanded flat here, because this does not really look like it is very impulsive, right? Was this the area that I got stopped out? Maybe. I can't remember. No, that does not overlap, right? Does it overlap with this? It does. I can't remember where I got out. But yeah, this area is definitely interesting. I'll just alert that one as well. And maybe the 382. Yeah. But I feel like this needs to have a leg as well. Maybe we're going to be getting some kind of A, B, C. The C wave is kind of large. It would need to be, because this retracement here is very deep already. I'm not sure if I like this. I wonder if there is any other way of looking at it though. I don't really like this being a 5 wave. That's all. Kind of like it more as an ABC. We did create a new low here. So we do have divergences here. Only on 4 hour though, not here on daily. Of course we have not closed daily yet. There is divergence here on 8 hour as well. Oops. So 3 here, 3 up, yeah, 3 down. Looks like we are about to finish this wave structure though. I really like this. This is definitely something that I would be looking for long setups here, somewhere. Somewhere in here. I definitely want the liquidity from here though. Yeah, I need to be keeping tabs on this one. Definitely want wave 4 first, then wave 5 here. Let me label at the low here as well. That is range low. So liquidity target, yeah. That looks good to me. Good pointing out that, William, as well. AUS200, what was this about? I don't think I ever took this trade. I was looking at it though. I think I had an alert somewhere here today, but I never got into it because it didn't really look like it's finished. And also the whole structure here does not really look too good. I was looking at this as 3, 3, and maybe this is another 3. We never took out the high, but this being a 3 would not be an ABC but just a WXY instead. So yeah, maybe that is the case. One-to-one would be just right there as well. Really nice, hitting the golden pocket as well. One-to-one of this. This probably needs to be actually sub-minutes. There we go. What about the extension targets of this? This probably goes a bit deeper. Yeah, way deeper. So this would be an A, B, and C towards the 1-to-1. Oops, that should be micro. Well, we have other interesting area here for sure. 6961 ish, or 6950. Nothing really else here. There is definitely a volume here. Nothing. I'm going to be setting an alert here, just above it. But yeah, indices are definitely something to look at for now. UK and the AUS200. I feel like AUS just needs a bit more lows here. I really want it to jump here. It would be giving very much better risk to reward ratios here as well. If we even want to be doing the higher time frame trade, 2%. And yeah, well, that would be A, B, C, at least. Check out the AES. Yeah. Just concerning how different ES is to the expectations of these others. Because like Dow, what I would be looking for here is completely different than ES. This here would be locally the same as we were looking for on the UKX and AUS. Dude, I'm using eToro, and it is a horrible thing to use. It's horrible. It has wicks that you can't see in the charts. It liquidates you. Oh, well, not liquidates, but it throws your stop loss in there, in places that the charts don't show you. So I'm probably looking for some other exchange as well. So if you know a good one, let me know. I'm not the best at those, and definitely for the indices, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that is at least something you can probably use. So eToro, but I would not recommend them. Definitely not. The charts are just not good. So it is like, I can't remember why and how it was called, but it's like, but it's the like sell limit orders are not shown, or the buy orders. I can't remember which way it was, but yeah, sometimes the wicks on the chart is not where the actual price has gone to, and you get like wicked out, and you don't even see that on the charts, but it's on the back end that happens, which is kind of, well, it's really weird. I don't think that is the case on any crypto exchange or anything like that, because again, I started with crypto, and I'm not really too familiar with stocks and how they actually work behind the scenes or on the server side. So that was like a very much of a surprise to me. BingX, yeah, that could be the case. I think I've registered into BingX as well. I don't think I've tested it actually yet. I have it here actually. Not sure if I brought any funds into it. But the issue that I had with BingX, I think, was that it didn't have like too many stocks that I wanted. It just has a handful, right? So like, what were we just looking at? Or even DAX. Well, we can use that DAX there. AUS. Australia 200. Okay, it's a bit different name, but it's there. Tesla, Meta. I mean, there is quite a few. Forex, there's the pairs, indices. I mean, there is quite a few of those. So maybe it's not as limited as I thought. But if I'm just scrolling through these here, you can see that there is not too much. So maybe you would, maybe that's even a good thing, because then you wouldn't need to be tracking all the things that you're requested, but I could be just tracking these. Like there is AI stocks, I just saw AI C3 here. Palantir, Microsoft, there's probably the biggest ones that you actually want to be trading, because those are the, yeah, I probably could. I need to log into it, and I can share it then. Maybe, I don't even know if BingX gives you referral links either. But I'll look into it. I'll type it into my notepad. Things to do. I got too many things on it, but but yeah, I'll try to see if I can get into it. So BingX referral link. Maybe that's a thing. Yeah, good idea though. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I don't really think I got energy to go through anything else. It's been 2 hours since I started the stream. But yeah, throw in the Discord chat or something if you want me to check out some of your accounts or something else. I can take a look at those tomorrow. But for now, I think I'm pretty much done for now. But again, glad you enjoyed some of the streams, I hope, and thanks for chatting as well, keeping up with me and the chat as well. It's much more interesting to stream when there is feedback also on the chat. So thanks for that. But I think that's all for now. So catch you on the next live stream again. Bye bye.